of 2024, I got to publish an op-ed in the Los Angeles Times that I had been wanting to write for over a decade. The Biden White House had announced a long-awaited decision to change how the federal government measures race and ethnicity. For the first time, people would be able to answer a single check all that apply race question with explicit options for Latinos and Middle Eastern people. But with the election of Donald Trump, this change to federal race measurement is now on hold, and that pause matters because how the government defines race isn't just technical or symbolic. It determines who is counted, who is protected, and who is exposed. I've been researching this for 2 decades, and I helped lead the federal advisory committee that worked to change this. For years, our job was to listen to researchers, advocates, and community members who kept telling us the same thing. The data doesn't reflect our lives. The US Census forces Latinos into categories that don't fit. First, you're asked if you're Latino, and then you're asked for your race. You're asked if you are white, Black, Asian, an American Indian, or other, but there's no box for Latinos. For decades, nearly half of Latinos have either skipped the race question altogether or put other. In fact, other became the second largest racial group in the country in 2020. But other isn't a race. So when official population numbers are produced, those responses have to be reassigned, and they usually get put under white. So nearly half of Latinos end up with a race chosen for them, and one that doesn't really reflect their lived reality. I can tell you what this does to the racial data. It blurs disparities and weakens our ability to measure inequality. I can also tell you what it means in our lives. It contributes to undercounting Latinos with major implications for funding our communities. Moreover, when Latinos are not recognized as a racialized group, it becomes harder to name and challenge racial profiling. Latinos are routinely stopped, questioned, surveilled, detained based on appearance and assumptions about immigration status. We're seeing this right now with ICE. And this isn't new. In my own interviews with Mexican Americans who lived through the civil rights era, nearly everyone recalled the signs that read, "No dogs, no Negroes, no Mexicans allowed." Mexican Americans faced Jim Crow-style segregation throughout the Southwest, including separate schools and separate facilities. And not being federally recognized as a race made challenging discrimination difficult. Latinos had been racialized in the United States for generations. We have been seen as disposable and deportable even when US citizens. The change to the data to better count Latinos won't magically make all that racism go away. But the evidence we reviewed for this policy change shows that allowing people to identify as Latino produced more accurate data, and this would give us the power and recourse that we don't currently have. Because right now, Latinos, we are clearly seen enough to be targeted, but not seen clearly enough to be counted or defended. The murkiness is not an accident, it's a choice. The government continues to use race to police Latinos while denying race when we seek protection. Naming us does not create inequality. Refusing to name us sustains it. Thank you.